to tighten the visa regulations. Yes, Uday.
Arzu, stay with us. More breaking news coming in. Iran's Supreme Leader Ayatollah Khamenei has placed the country's armed forces on high alert after US President Donald Trump urged Tehran to hold negotiations on its nuclear program, threatening to bomb Iran in case diplomacy fails. Iran's Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi has also pushed back against the Trump administration in the midst of mounting tensions between the two countries. Araghchi called direct negotiations with the US meaningless in a firm response to Trump's threat of failure to engage in direct negotiations of Iran's nuclear program to be met with bombing. Araghchi reiterated Iran's commitment to diplomacy while making it clear that indirect talks were the only way forward, asserting that while the country remained open to negotiations, it was just as serious in defending its national interests and sovereignty. In fact, top Iranian officials have further stated that while they were open to indirect negotiations, the country was also fully prepared for war if required. Amidst these rising tensions, Iran has warned other Gulf states against supporting the US's strikes by providing airspace or bases, as doing so would be considered a hostile act. Trump has already meanwhile moved an aircraft carrier to the Middle East, carrying several stealth bombs as fears of a full-blown war between the two nations rise. Arzu Seth is joining us for more on this story. Arzu, take us to the latest statements coming in from Iran amidst tensions with the US rising.
Well, Iran's armed forces has been, placed on the high alert by order of the country's supreme leader in light of the US President Donald Trump's threat against the Tehran, and also, Iranian official says, and Iran has issued notice to Iraq, Kuwait, and the United Arab Emirates, for Qatar, Turkey, and that any support for a U.S. attack on Iran, including the use of their air space or territory by the U.S. military during an attack, and would be considered an act of hostility. The official who spoke on the conditions said, and also such an act will have severe consequences for them, and in fact, Iran rejected the direct negotiation with the U.S. on the nuclear deal, but wants to continue indirect negotiation through Oman, a long-time channel for a message between the rival states. In fact, also the indirect talk offers a chance to evaluate Washington's seriousness about a political solution with Iran. This is what that official said. And also on March 7th, Trump said he had sent a proposal to Khamenei for the talks, but on March 30, the American leader voted to impose additional duties on Iran in 2 weeks if the negotiation falls through. He also threatened the Islamic Republic with unprecedented bombing in the event of the complete rejection of the deal. In response, he said that, Khamenei said that he did not believe in U.S. military intervention, but warned that any attempt by Washington to provoke unrest in Iran would be decisively repelled. So this is what is right now. So
but news also coming in, Arzu, that the U.S. has moved an aircraft carrier to the Middle East carrying stealth bombs.
Well, yes, what we are getting to know that Trump has already moved an aircraft carrier to the Middle East after amassing several bombers to the nearby Cargos Island, and the USS Carl Vinson was transferred from Asia to the Persian Gulf directly south of Iran to join the USS Harry S. Truman, and amid the fears of the full-blown war with the United States, and Iranian official in fact told that its neighbors that host American bases would be in the firing line. Tehran has rejected the Trump's demand for the direct talk, saying it wants to continue indirect negotiation with Oman. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Arzu, for joining us with those details. On that note, a quick break.
अगर आप बनना चाहते हैं एंकर